Welcome everyone in to the virtual Talladega Superspeedway for another Friday night of the Speedway Kingz Dash for Cash live here on the PGR eSports Network. I'll be your host tonight, Michael Triscaro, as we go for 58 laps here in the Craftsmen trucks. One fast repair for all the drivers here tonight, 60% fuel, fixed setups as always, and 3 green, white checkers. You see the cars sitting on the grid behind the race format there. We'll take that away and bring you that qualifying grid here tonight for another round of SSK. It will be Alex Hill on the pole here, Malik Ray in second, Dylan Alt third, Nick Seipel fourth, Cody Nagels rounds out your top 5. Daniel Falkingham will start in 6th, Kyler Wynn will start in 7th here tonight. Vicente Guerrero in 8th. Nathan Harper in 9th. Matthew Lee 10th. Jacob Wilkerson, he'll start in 11th here tonight. Trevin Ashronoff in 12th. Brian Hennings in 13th. Heath Job in 14th. Dylan Jones in 15th. Chris Melton in 16th. Sean Corbett in 17th. Jeff Merck in 18th. In 19th tonight, Asher Little, and rounding out your top 20 will be Matthew Baker. Jack Long III will start in 21st. Stephen Miles 22nd. Jared Haynes in 23rd. Christopher Carter 24th. Mark Von Dell will start in 25th. Joshua McCullough in 26th. Ron Morris Jr. in 27th. And Danny Barnes will start in 28th. Sterling Thies will start in the 29th position. TJ Boros. He's getting his name change from his mom, so that he'll start in 30th. Hunter Hastings 31st. Sean Futrell 32nd. Quentin Steinbach 33rd. Dusty Burkhart in 34th. Benjamin Elliott 35th. Jordan Tasby 36th. Christopher McCullough 37th. Joey Galati 38th. Tyler Vickery in 39th. Matthew Patton in 40th. James Wagner 41st. And rounding out your 42 car field here tonight will be Carl Burke. So that is your starting grid here tonight, as Alex Hill and Malik Ray will lead them to green here tonight as we get set for, like I said, 58 laps of what we hope to be some 4-wide action here on a Friday night. It's time for Jimmy Crow's Super Speedway Kingz. We're also going to be doing live RC reviews here tonight. And even a little bit cooler than last week, we're actually going to see the screen of your race control tonight. Race control will be James Waring. So when we do get the yellow flag, if we do, we'll go right to that race review. And he will walk all the viewers through exactly his call that all the drivers in this race will be listening to. You guys can decide for yourself if you made the right call or if you disagree. And you'll be able to hear them talking to the drivers. So that will be pretty cool here as we get set to go green here at Talladega. I will be solo here tonight. We'll try to get some driver interviews. You see the pace car going to dip down here and head to pit lane here tonight. 77, the Nightmare Esports machine of Alex Hill, is going to lead them here to green in a star-studded field here on a Friday night. The stars came out to shine as we make our way through the tri-oval into the Geico restart zone. Green flag in the air here tonight as we start another Friday night of SSK. one here in the books. It's going to be Malik Gray leading lap number 1 of 58. 2 by 2, but it's already going to be 3 wide, a little bit farther back from these leaders. And that's going to be led by Jeff Merck here. Jeff Merck looking for that third lane, as is Matthew Baker in the coasting Thunder number 5. There goes Trevin Ashmanoff in the Jack Shack. He's going to go up to the top as well with Jared Haynes. So a couple teams there, NBG and the Jack Shack, working here on that top lane, making it 3 wide early. And that is a sight to behold, and I wouldn't be long till we're going to be going 4 wide here on a Friday night. All these drivers right now are already getting aggressive, trying to make their way up to the front. We got some new racers here tonight. We'll get to those guys in just a little bit. But it's changed up front. It's going to be Dylan Alt to the point here in the middle. Cody Davis on the bottom, side by side. Daniel Falkingham's going to look up to the top here. He's going to cut the nose off Trevor Ashmanoff. And that top lane is chasing these drivers down the LM Game Super Stretch. Dylan Alt actually out of line, going to go all the way to that 4th lane and back. Dylan Alt, now he was your race leader. He's going to, for some reason, make some sort of mistake or want to get back to the pack. I'm not exactly sure. But Dylan Alt losing space or positions on the racetrack right now. That Sacramento State Chevrolet. We'll see if he files back in. He does. So this gets out of line a little bit. He's going to think about it and get back in his pack. But right now up front, it is 3 wide right now with 3 heavy hitters. Wreck on the racetrack crash. And a big one here already at Talladega. We got one truck flipping. That is a big one here to start this race on lap number 4. And we'll get right to that race review.
Yeah, Sid.
All right.
This is James Warren live with Jimmy Crow looking through the first wreck here of the night on lap number 4.
Yeah, I'll review that first for a second. Yeah, it's 16, looks like 16 drifts up. Taps Malik, who ends up turning 77. Yeah, 16 drifts up into 1, pushes the 1 up into 77, causes the wreck, so we're going to go EOL on the 16.
Okay.
Alright, let me check the ARCA brake.
Looking at the ARCA brake now, you heard it there, EOL to the 16 machine. Possibly, I believe Nathan Harper will make sure of that here, as they're going to look for some ARCA braking penalties here coming into that wreck. But so far, EOL assessed to the number 16 machine, as all the trucks now coming down pit lane. You see the race review right there. Some ARCA brakes may be coming into play. We'll see.
22 is hard on the brakes. I can't call an ARCA brake on that.
So they said something about a 71. That
Check. I don't have a 71.
I don't have a 70. Yeah, we don't have a 71.
Well, back up here in the broadcast booth, you heard it there. The 16 assessed the EOL. We'll see if we can go back here and go to that big wreck here one more time so everybody can see what, in fact, they were looking at here when the yellow came out. But a big one strikes here at Talladega to start this race. And yeah, the 16 machine. I believe that's going to be Nathan Harper here on the bottom. And you'll see it here in slow motion. 3 wide, actually almost 4 wide right there with Malik Ray. You see Kyler Wynn, Nathan Harper practically on that yellow line there. Alex Hill's going to go up. Yeah, 16 is going to come up just a little bit. Put Malik Ray into the 77 of Alex Hill. And that is going to cause chaos right here for all these drivers. But a big one here to start this race. Man, one there up riding the catch fence. The 20 involved as well. And we're going to go back live up to the front of this field. It's Kyler Wynn, your leader, with Cody Niegels to his outside, Daniel Falkingham in third. So a big one to start the race, but luckily for these drivers, a fast repair here tonight. And with that fast repair, you'll be able to get a brand new truck and get back on this 2.66 mile super speedway here at Talladega. And some bad luck for some of those drivers in the front of this pack. But a cool feature we're doing with the live race control, you're able to see a breakdown of the wreck and the review of the replay as the EOL caused a caution penalty to the 16 of Nathan Harper. He'll start at the tail end of the lead pack here. Pretty cool story actually right here. And this will be TJ Borsos. That's how I say it, right? And right there in the 71. I rented an RV or a camper for the Michigan June race this year. And sure enough, started talking to his mom and through the messengers. And they gave me their number to kind of sort everything out with the camper. And you know, his kid's here on iRacing. He races quarter midgets in real life. And sure enough, here he is now on track. I talked him into coming out and running the super speedways. They were intrigued with PGR eSports, so got him over here in an SSK race. We'll see if Borsos can get his feet wet here tonight and try to make his way through this field. But we're going to go green for the second time here tonight. It's Kyler Wynn. And Cody Niegels going to lead them down here to the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air here at Talladega. So some chaos early here on a Friday night on lap number 4. The big one struck early here on Friday. And we'll see if these guys can calm it down just a little bit and log some laps. As you see the 6 of Cody Niegels going to drift down there to the bottom. That's going to open up the door for 2 teammates there on the top. That's Brian Hennings in the 74 and Nick Seipel in the 75 of Team PGR. So lots of teamwork here tonight. NBG, Matthew Baker, the leader of that team, he will be leaving soon for deployment. So trying to get a couple more races in with Matt Lee and Jeff Merck, Daniel Falkingham, and Eric Mays. Those guys have been working really well together. We'll see if they can get the job done and to victory lane here tonight. Kyler Wynn on a heater was the winner of the Roughneck Racing Wednesday night race. Turns it around to win PGR on Thursday last night and a $100 bonus. And I believe he was also the winner of PGR last Thursday night at Atlanta. So Kyler Wynn on an absolute tear right now as he leads here on a Friday night. If he can go win, win, win in those 3 series and put a stamp and an exclamation point on it here tonight in SSK, I'll tell you what, that is one heck of a drive by that 82 right there if he can get that done. And one of his nemesis is right there, right behind him in the 6 in Cody Migos. Nonetheless, 2 very, very good super speedway racers. You put them in a handful of the best on the track, and sometimes those 2 tangle, but I'll tell you what, they're really good race car drivers, and you'll see them do battle here throughout the night as the Team PGR is going to hold steady there in the middle, and here comes the 3rd lane. I believe it is one of the Roughneck trucks. And 4th in line now, Chris Melton. They're going to get back in line. Dylan Alt looking to the 3rd lane. Chris Melton's going to go back up. And that 3rd lane is starting to come in here. Ooh, Melton gets a little bit loose off the front bumper of Dylan Alt. But you got 2 Roughneck drivers up there working well together. Hunter Hastings. You got Dylan Alt. We'll see if these 3 here in this 3rd lane can make some noise and catch the leaders here down the backstretch. We go. Back to 3 wide. We got to pack out back just a little bit. Ron Morris Jr. off the pace in 40th. JT off the pace as well. So is Sean Corbett. And there's a pack back here with Tyler Vickery, Josh McCullough, Pete Joe, Nathan Harper, Trevin Ashwinoff, and Sterling Feast. So they're kind of just riding around. You got to go all the way back up to the main pack. Jeff Merkin, 31st. So it's a 31 truck pack here that leads at 12. Lap 12 of 58, and they're dancing around already here 3 wide. And we'll bring you right inside that Hornet's Nest with Alex Hill. Show you that banking here at Talladega Superspeedway. Coming off the banking here in turn number 4 into the tri-oval. Pushing Danny Barnes here, and you look, that's a great view. I mean, unless you're offset just a little bit, you cannot see what's going on in front of you. One false move by any driver in front, and destruction for all these trucks here in the middle of the pack. And Alex Hill here looking to maybe clear up top if he can get clear of the 75. He's up just underneath the 75 right now. And Alex Hill pushing that 7 hard. He will not be clear to go to that top lane, so he'll stay here in the middle. I want to say hi to everyone in the chat here tonight. As always, Baker's mom checking out her son before he heads overseas. We're going to miss him for 6 months, that is for sure. Devin Ray as well. Devin Ray always here. A big supporter, if he's not on the racetrack, is Devin Ray. Always providing and giving back to the money racing community. Appreciate Devin and all his kind gestures over the years. Lisa W in the chat tonight as well. Mark Person, want to say hi to Mark Person. We appreciate you guys here coming out here on a Friday night for what's some of the best racing of the week. Now the 43, Jacob Wilkerson, a new player here in the front, side by side with Legals here. 3rd lane still trying to get its mojo with Alex Hill leading here on the outside. It is a Friday night, and Super Speedway Kingz, the Dash for cash. They'll also return tomorrow night for a smaller event, 28 lap in a smaller field. It'll be about 11:15 p.m. Eastern time here on the PGR eSports network. We'll be double duty again like we did last night, RC and broadcast, alongside Jimmy Crow, so looking forward to that. As right now all 3 lanes being used, and there is a 4th lane. We'll see if that 4th lane ends up being used here tonight at some point. Daniel Falkingham now leading the bottom. Alex Hill, though, making a quick big charge here on the top. And Nick Seipel doing some great pushing here, 3 wide. We're coming up on lap traffic. And that's Ron Morris Jr. having to go to the apron. And, man, I'm cracking up. Devin Ray, thank you for your support. Says, make iRacing great again. And, now, while I'm here, I have the platform to do so. I had a long conversation with one of our money racers last night, Landon Velicky, who I do not believe is in tonight's race, about a lot of changes and revamping we're going to do on the PGR eSports side heading into the second quarter of 2025 here. And some really good ideas, and we're going to pull some drivers together from some different teams as Baker heads off, and you know, we kind of lose a lot of his expertise and a lot of his help. Some really cool stuff on the horizon on this channel, and you're not going to want to miss it. Some short track racing coming to PGR and RNR, and we're going to flight the fields, make sure that pros are in their category and everybody has a fair shot. But maybe some smaller entry fees and some really cool racing that you're not used to seeing. We're going to sprinkle that in amidst all this super speedway money racing you see night in, night out that could otherwise get kind of stale. And we're going to throw some figure 8s in there and just have some fun when we can. Ooh, somebody blew an engine mid-pack. Oh, no, it's going to be Jacob Wilkerson. You see him smoke billowing outside of the engine there of the Chevrolet of Jacob Wilkerson. He is going to have to somehow get the pit lane. And, man, he has a long way to go. If he has a fast repair, if he can get there, you can take it. But running out of steam, we'll have to see if he can coast all the way back. And I'm just not so sure he's going to do it here tonight. Jacob Wilkerson blew an engine, and thankfully everybody was able to hold it together there. 2 by 2 now. That 3 wide's going to disperse. Thankfully there, we did not have the second big one of the night. As we inch closer and closer now to green flag stops. Get some more laps under our belt, we'll get those, and we'll really see who came to play here tonight. But 3rd lane right now going to Baker. Matthew Baker and teammate Matthew Lee now going to force the issue here. Now they're going to get back down in line. Think better of it with the run there. They're going to wait just a little bit longer. See the SummerSlam $4.99 logo on the hood of the 5, the SummerSlam $4.99. Date's still not out, but look for those here in the next week or 2 as we make a push for summer's biggest race. The Bass Pro Shops machine right behind Matt Lee right there. That'll be Christopher Carter. Ooh, we almost have a wreck out back. It's Mark Vondell. Is he going to save it? Mark Vondell on the grass with the 8. Man, the 8 is in the infield grass. I think that's Sean Futrell. And yeah, he is on pit lane. He's going to have to get a black cleared for that. Man, you saw him tangling with Mark Vondell. But we are back here in the front. Cody Neagle's leader. Alex Hill to the middle lane. Matthew Baker is going to make a charge here with Lee and Carter. And right now, Melton doing a really good job with his teammate Hunter Hastings. And I'll tell you what, Chris Melton's had some bad luck of late. We'll have to see if Chris Melton... Ooh, we're going to have maybe a wreck in the front. Alex Hill. Offset pushes Falkingham. Falkingham able to save it, man. What a save by the new NASCAR Coke Series Pro. Out front there in the 88 Diet Mountain Dew. The silver bullet, as I like to call it, Daniel Falkingham. The 2025 PGR 500 champion. A huge save off the front bumper of the 77 of Alex Hill. As Matthew Baker and company still trying to make that top lane work. Dylan Alt getting back involved, as is Danny Barnes. Great to see Danny Barnes out in track. Usually here in the chat watching these drivers. Tonight gets a taste of the action. Vicente Guerrero as well in the top 10 right now. But I'm watching those two. Sponsored by Wagoneers Welding. Chris Melton, second there on the middle. And third, Hunter Hastings. Tell you what, if those guys can start improving here, and they can get on the good side of luck, and maybe those guys will get to those ever so important payout positions. So far, that third lane really not working too much tonight. Cody Eagles doing a great job here of pushing Falkingham out front. Name we haven't talked about too much tonight, Malik Ray stuck in the middle lane right there in the 24 Hershey's machine. We'll see if Malik Ray can make his way to the front, riding around right now behind the 44 of Dylan Jones. We have to get closer and closer to those green flag stops. We had one caution, the big one, on lap number 4. We've been green ever since we took the second green flag of the night, and we will definitely get you down the pit lane. It is 60% fuel, so actually a little bit more fuel percent than normal. And we'll see how long these drivers can stretch it here tonight. We'll see if we can get a live interview with somebody maybe in this pack. I know Jacob Wilkerson unfortunately blew that engine, but he is back out here on the track in that 43. Is in the draft. So he was able to make it to pit road, get that new truck, and he's still a factor tonight. How good he was running. If he's able to get a caution and somehow get himself back onto the lead lap, if he's not, which I would assume he is not. Tyler Vickery back here as well with Heath Job. Those guys have some work to do. We're going to go back up front. Still through 3 wide now as those teammates now. Melton's going to go to the top. Is going to be now getting pushed by the 5 of Matthew Baker. Side by side with Hill. 3 wide here. Action packed here in the front of this pack. Baker trying to clear Melton down. He can't do it. 4 truck tandem here up top. Chris Carter, the caboose there, trying to make this work. They will not. As we stay 3 wide, at least 4 deep right there. Got word the former boxing champion George Foreman dies at 76, who had won his second heavyweight title back in November of 1994. George Foreman dies at 76 years old, so prayers to him and his family. Chris Melton now up front here. Chris Melton digging, looking for more. I know he's been a man on a mission. And he has not been happy of late with all the bad luck and green flag stops. Here they come down pit lane, fanning out 3 or 4 even wide. Melton around right in front of Falkingham. So is Danny Barnes. Melton is backwards. Barnes creating a logjam back there. Melton's going to have to turn around. He's got damage to his front end, a lot of damage. And man, just as we were giving him his props, Melton is going to come in too hot on pit lane. And here comes Daniel Falkingham, man. He is always fast on entry, fast on exit. Cody and Eagles behind him. Asher a little bit farther back in 15th right now. There's Malik Ray. I think Malik Ray has damage, or he's all by himself. He's going to come in and take his service now as the race leader. But he is going to be in no man's land all by himself and lose the draft. Devin Ray in the chat. Chattering maybe for a yellow. Yeah, I mean, it could have been. Not sure exactly the rules here. I know we're working on some of our own rules on Thursday nights in certain situations like we saw last night with the leaders. But it looked maybe justifiable there. but it looked like they kind of kept it together. But right now, it's a 6-truck race up front. Daniel Falkingham leads it. Cody Neagles in second. Dylan Alt third. Vicente Guerrero in fourth. Kyler Wynn fifth. With Dylan Jones in sixth. We're going to have to go back to Stephen Miles. With Nathan Harper, Hunter Hastings, Chris McCullough, and Alex Hill. And that's a 5-truck. And you're going to have to go back to Asher Little, who's going to get steamrolled here by Baker, Merck, and Hennings. We're going to go right by Little, so they're digging for some more. We'll bring up that track map. It's going to be a great time to use it and see how spread out this field has gotten. Dusty Burkhart off the pace in that 69 Tennessee Vols Chevrolet onto the apron here. Back up front, it's that 6-truck rate or 6-truck train, and I'll tell you what, those guys are not going to want to see a yellow here tonight with that breakaway right there. Stephen Miles, though, and this group of 5 trucks catching him. We'll go into the cockpit of Stephen Miles, and there it is. This is going to give you a great view. He's going to bridge. He's got a bridge truck right now of Wilkerson. That's going to bridge him to these leaders. So this 5-truck pack going to get right back in it here. As they are now latched on to the back of your 6-truck breakaway. Stephen Miles from out in Louisiana. Cash spot for him last night. Alex Hill now at the caboose of this. And we'll go back to Matthew Baker in 12th. But they are about a half a straightaway now. And you'll see as Baker exits turn number 2. Yep, the lead pack now a half a straightaway ahead. They're not out of it. But, man, they're going to need some help here. Matt Lee farther back from Clinton, Maine in the 24th position. So the pack has definitely spread out here. Christopher Carter had lost a lot of track position, being scored now in the 33rd position. Back up front, it's all Daniel Falkingham. As these guys right now just in a single file line, 30 of 58 in the books. So on the second half of this race, riding around is the smart move for these leaders. And trying to get to what would be a second green flag stop of this race and spread out this field even more. Because right now, there's not going to be too much action or racing going on to put out another yellow flag. But we've seen it time and time again as the races count down to that checkered flag, especially here up front as these drivers get more aggressive. We've seen those late cautions breed a lot more cautions. And we'll pray for some more and some green flag racing all night long. Trevor Ashburnoff in the 17th position. Matthew Patton on track as well in the 3. They're being scored in 18th. So this pack with Malik Gray, who's in 16th. So right now, hoping for a yellow flag. We'll see if we can get an interview with somebody in this race and try to find out what's going through some of these drivers' heads here tonight. We'll see where Brian Hennings, Nick Seipel. Yeah, Brian Hennings here running with Merck and Baker. Brian Hennings, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, we're going to bother you because you're only in a 4-truck pack right now. Lost the leaders. You guys are about a half a straightaway from them. Anything you guys could do right here, Baker, Merck, yourself, Little, to try to try to remedy that and try to get closer to them as we get deeper into this race?
I don't think so. I mean, it's a pretty long line up there. I've been watching the relative, and we're slowly just losing a tenth here and there. So, yeah, probably not much we can do. Just hope that they wad them up at some point, and we can get back with everybody.
Well, yeah, that's that ever famous quote right there, wadding them up in your VRX PGR 74 machine here tonight. You know, walk us through the green flag stops. I think, you know, that kind of would separate this field just a little bit. Was there any issues there? We had a spin, you know, by the race leader coming into the pit lane there. And is that a reason that, you know, kind of everyone was checking up and, you know, you guys lost there? Or what happened on your cycle there through the green flag?
Yeah, this last one, I came in fine. And we all kind of did. And calamity ensued, and Jared kind of turned in front of me. His box was before mine, and there's nowhere I can go, and I got into Jared, so that slowed me down. That's why I didn't get out with the lead guys. So just too many people having to pit. I mean, there's that rule you can't pit from the top, but I saw quite a few people do that. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, Brian, we'll let you get back and hopefully get that yellow and be able to compete for a victory here tonight. Thanks for talking to us.
I'm sure it's coming at some point. Thanks, man.
That was Brian Hennings there. Obviously frustrated with how the night is going. Back up front, Daniel Falkingham, though, still leading the charge here in this front pack. And 25 laps to go. Now it'll be 24 when we hit the line. A little bit less action packed right now because we are spread out, but don't go anywhere because we have seen these races change on a dime. It almost did there. Had a car down there underneath the apron. It looked like Dusty Burkhardt again. We'll see what happened here. Yeah, we almost had a caution come out. See Dusty Burkhardt in the 69 tangling it up here. Gonna hit the grass, come up the track into the 20. Man, two cars spinning hard. Luckily, no one behind them, so caution is not gonna come out there. Burkhardt able to corral that truck, and right before that, that pack was coming. He's on the track. He's going to do the right thing and slide down. Wow, that could have been dangerous, but great call there by Warren to hold that as long as he could and didn't have to hold it, so great job there with the race control. So it's Daniel Falkingham back here to Alex Hill in the 77. These guys behind them, not on the lead lap. So Wilkerson and some others behind, not on the lead lap. So Alex Hill, it's an 11 truck race right now. Like we said, back to all the way to Baker in 12. Get to his cockpit one more time to see. Yeah, they're just too far away. They're not making up any ground right now. And they're going to have to try to wing some sort of strategy or get a yellow flag here tonight to get back into this one. A lot of green flag laps now since that big one, and we are slowly counting these laps on down. Alex Hill, we'll see if we can get a quick word with Alex Hill in this pack. Alex Hill, you got a copy. Just want to get a quick word.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
All right, just tell our viewers here, you know, how many laps you guys getting on a 60% fuel tank here tonight? How many laps do you guys got to pit?
Yeah, we got about 18 laps on a full tank, and right now we have around 7 to 8 laps until we can see more green flag stops.
Well, you're doing a good job there right here in 11th. You're in the back of that main pack with some lap down cars behind you. Nowhere to really go just yet, trying to probably bide your time to get to those green flag stops and make a move after that.
Yeah, that's when we're probably going to make our move after stops. I think we'll break a few more on the stops here and get the pack a little bit smaller, so that'll help a little bit.
Well, we'd love to see that Blenders and that Nightmare Esports Chevrolet 77 back to victory lane here in SSK. We'll be watching you up here. Good luck the rest of the night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was Alex Hill being scored in the 11th position right now. And you heard him there, about 8 laps from green flag stops. Could get about 18. I think he set a tank. So we are a one-stop race from here. And Alex Hill and his teammates that are in this main pack definitely have a great shot here tonight. It is Alex Hill, Dylan Jones, Cody Neagles, Wilkerson, teammates here tonight. Wilkerson, though, going to come down pit lane. He had that blown motor early in the race and just off sequence of the leaders and most likely out of it unless we get some yellows to aid his cause here tonight. Surprised I don't see Vicente Guerrero running with those guys, but nonetheless, these guys have ran a lot of laps together. You'll definitely probably see them working together after we get through the green flag stop, if and when we get there. $20 laps to go now here on a Friday night. We'll be back with SSK again tomorrow night about 11:15 p.m. Eastern here live on the PGR eSports network. Monday night, tentatively, the PGR Light Series will begin. There is a possibility of moving it back just one more week as we launch all that information a little bit behind there. Tuesday night, don't forget to tune in to RMR, Ron Morris Racing, and Tuesday Night Thunder. Now, I believe 4 races into a very long season that ends on July 22nd. RNR, Roughneck Racing, they ended their season on Wednesday, but they'll be racing on Wednesday still, so might be a little Bristol race, a little preview of what's to come in PGR eSports down the road. Some short track racing, some smaller entry fees to have some fun, boost morale, and really build this channel. We'd love to know if you guys are in the chat tonight. We'd love to see some short track heat racing where we flight the field, so everybody will be in the same field, but the payouts will be divided out between some splits. You normally see splits in the officials here on iRacing, but these splits will be splits within a race. And we'll keep the buy-ins low to have some fun. I think we need to start having some fun here again. And like Devin said, make iRacing great again. We're going to make PGR eSports great again. And SSK is always great, especially on a Friday night. No 4 wide here tonight, though, but that's because these guys are on it. They're on the pedals to the metal, and these guys right now just trying to get to that green flag stop. Once they do, we'll get back to side-by-side racing. Jimmy Crow, happy for now. I do know that. Buster Malcolm in the chat. He'd love to see it. We'd love to see it. We'd love to call the races and have some fun and see what these guys got on a short track with some different car and track combinations. Kyler Wynn trying to go for back-to-back-to-back Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're definitely keeping an eye on the 82 machine as green flag stops incoming. Ooh, Cody Neagles left out all by him, his lonesome. Ooh, wow. 71 going across the screen. And that's JT. Ooh, he's not going to want to come back into pit lane. He does. Man, some drivers not going to be happy about that. Brian Hennings had to avoid it. Ooh, that one was close. Man, I'll tell you what, Cody Neagles, just unfortunate. All those guys pitting. He stays out. His teammate stays out. But they're just losing so much time here because they're not linked up with anybody right now. As you see Cody Neagles, even though he's your race leader, I do not think he's going to cycle to the front here. Here they come, Cody Neagles. Alex Hill. I believe Dylan Jones, who's working with them, already pit. So a big curveball here. Here's Kyler Wynn. And I think he's going to be leading this race when it all cycles through. That remains to be seen. But they're going to make a charge here with Steven Miles and Dylan Alt. Falkingham a little bit farther back. They'll be staying here with the leaders. Alex Hill, you see Cody Neagles, they're just getting off pit lane. They got a long way to go here. Kyler Wynn blowing by him now. Yeah, they're dead in the water. So the strategy there for Alex Hill, Cody, and Eagles, they just didn't have the numbers. I'm not sure. They were working with Dylan Jones. And Dylan Jones, not sure where he is, but he's far back. He's in 23rd. So I don't know what the communication there was with Nightmare Esports. But that one did not work out for them. And they are going to be scratching their heads here, trying to figure it out. Alex Hill's dropping back here to try to catch his teammate Cody and Eagles. So Alex Hill in 7th. Yep, Cody and Eagles is going to catch them. So that's 7th place right there, 7th and 8th. I mean, all the way up to Vicente Guerrero here, just crossing the start-finish line. So, yeah, wow. Big nightmare for Nightmare Esports here. Well, Vicente Guerrero in 6th. Daniel Falkingham right there in 5th. Nathan Harper in 4th. Dylan Alt in 3rd from Sacramento. In 2nd, Stephen Miles. And in 1st, Kyler Wynn. So right now, you got 6 drivers with a shot at this thing with 14 laps to go. Vicente Guerrero just using those lap cars right now, trying to get back to these 5 leaders. I mean, it's single file practically all the way around this track and many different packs now with the second green flag stop. Yeah, it was the young buck making a mistake here tonight. And but we got to encourage them to get better here and try to get back on the track down the road and prove some skill here. The little guy trying to get in some of the action here tonight. Luckily, it wasn't worse. I know Brian Hennings had a full-on mirror of that. And he's still trying to dig here with Malik Ray, Matthew Baker, and Christopher McCullough. And they're actually going to catch Cody and Eagles and Alex Hill for 7th. So that will help this pack just a little bit. But like I said, they're a little bit too far back right now to try to get back up front. Vicente Guerrero, though, he's right now in 6th. He's going to have to dig because he's having trouble right now catching the leaders. He's going to need Dylan Jones, who I believe is a lap down now, and Jared Haynes to get to his rear bumper, and you see them in your left screen to try to get him catapulted here to the top 5 drivers. Right now, those top 5, they're all in payout positions if there is no yellow. So Vicente Guerrero, the only other guy that really can get to that right now. So he's going to dig hard here, and his best friend is going to be Dylan Jones. So back up front, it's Nathan Harper, and they're side by side here with a couple lap down cars, Matt Lee and Heath Job. But Matt Lee probably going to assist the 16 here teammates here tonight. So we'll see. Now that they're side by side, we'll see if Vicente Guerrero can now get up here and mix and match here with the top 5. It looks like he's going to very easily now. Still don't see that other pack, man. They are way far back, about a straightaway back to Luke Ray, heading to Baker, Hill, and Eagles. 11 laps to go, and just like last night, a lot of drivers going to be praying for a yellow flag. It did not come last night in PGR in the Gen 6. Will it come or will it not come here tonight in the SSK Dash for Cash here in the Craftsman trucks? It's going to be 10 laps to go here. This is a very eerily similar race to last night. If we can go 2 races in a row here on PGR eSports Network with only 2 combined cautions, we'll take it, especially here on the Super Speedway. Kyler Wynn, he's going to get aggressive. You know he wants to go back to back to back. I think Devin Ray in the chat's alluding to me jinxing everything, but hopefully I did not. Because we've seen a lot of these SSK races go caution-free or 1 caution till the end, and 1 false move by the front drivers, and cautions breed cautions. That's not what we want to see. We want to see a great race to the end for Jimmy the Boss Man Crow. As Falkingham and Harper side by side for the lead. Matt Lee is going to play a big part in the outcome of this race. He is working with the 2 drivers ahead of him now in the 16 of Harper and the 88 of Falkingham. So a big asset to those guys right now is Matthew Lee. Kyler Wynn doesn't care. Leading here on the bottom, he's got help from Stephen Miles and Dylan Alt. Heath Job a part of this pack. Some of these guys trying to fight for the lucky dog. So don't fault them for racing hard. They got to. Tyler Vickery. Well, Tyler, guess what? You won a lot of money in the bracket challenge. Don't get so down on yourself, bud. It's just a video game. It's just a race, man. It's all going to be good. Tyler Vickery won first and second out of 3 places for the bracket challenge. I was third place, and all the others going home empty-handed. But Tyler Vickery, the big winner there in the March Madness brackets. 8 laps to go here, side by side down the backstretch. We had a lot of action early. A big wreck taking out a lot of trucks here early in the early going, needing fast repairs. And ever since green flag the whole way, will we get to the end? Falkingham's going to go up top. That is going to cool off the front grille there of Kyler Wynn. So 7 laps to go here. And everyone in the chat, who do you guys think is going to win this race if we stay green? Is it going to be Daniel Falkingham, Nathan Harper, Kyler Wynn, Stephen Miles, Vincente Guerrero, or Dylan Alt? Who is your pick to win tonight's race if we go green all the way to the checkered flag? I'd love to hear who your picks are as we wind them down. And caution is out, and that will change absolutely everything here on Friday night. Yellow flag is out, and we will have to find out exactly why. Heading into the race control booth, and man, we were hoping we can make it all the way to the end. But unfortunately, yellow flag out. We're going to go to the James Waring SSK Race Review.
Doing a good job, Mike.
Thank you, Jimmy. A great race. We're praying there that we can go green, but we're going to see where the caution was. We did not see it here on the broadcast as we were
I'm still looking for it too.
we were chasing the front of the field as pretty spread out field here tonight. Waring's flipping through the screens here, trying to find the caution. So do we have iRacing cautions on? Is that what we're looking for?
No iRacing caution.
No iRacing, okay.
Where he's looking at the inside.
Got it. He's
The field was spread it out.
Yeah, it's hard to see with how spread out the field was. Waring, James Waring, that is, looking for the accident here.
It wasn't that group.
Well, listen to them cry for a yellow the whole race. So now when we start having yellows, they'll be crying about that. I hope we don't open the flood.
Still under review here, looking for the spin as they're looking at another group of trucks on the racetrack. Looks like something maybe there. Some checkups there on the back.
Yeah. Right in front of them. I think that's when the caution was thrown.
Yeah, Alex Hill was turning. Him turning.
Alex Hill was turned.
Yeah, he was turning. That's when.
So Alex Hill, I believe, was in the group with Niegels and Baker. We'll see, and maybe Hennings. We'll see if that's the case and what the cause of the caution was.
Yep. Yep, there it is. All right.
And Waring's going to do a good job here of zooming in and dialing in the cause and route of the action. We'll listen in.
Oh yeah. Yo. If it's not Lee, it'll be. Was.
Yeah, Malik came down to the bumper of the 77. He just got hooked.
So they're reviewing the one, Malik Ray, coming down just a little bit, hooked here.
See, it's bad, Mike, when you got guys crying for a caution. You don't know if they intentionally something to bring. Now that's what I hate about.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like that.
Yeah, because it's definitely tough when the race is in the bag and something happens like this.
Yeah.
Repeat that one more time here for the viewers. Your volume was down just a little bit. We're going to crank it back up for you.
Sorry about that. It's going to be on the one. The one came down into the 77. The 77 never moved off his line. The one came down and pretty much hooked himself off the bumper of the 77.
Well, there you heard the call going to Malik Ray. That brings out the second yellow of the night. We're going to have 3 laps to go when we go back green. Thank you guys for that race review. Hopefully we'll be able to go to that white flag and not have another one here tonight. Back here in the booth, and yes, you heard the call there on Malik Ray from the race control. And we will see what will happen now. We've been in this scenario in the last month where we've practically almost gone green or only had a caution. We get that late caution that really, unfortunately was not anywhere near the front of the pack, and it had to be thrown, but, it presents that scenario of cautions breeding cautions, as now it brings everybody back into this race. Matthew Baker, tell you what, he didn't get a caution last night. He gets one tonight, and he's got a shot. And he is going to be very aggressive. He is not going to be racing for a long, long time. So I'll tell you what, this is going to be one heck of a restart. The pace car is going to drift off here as we're going to go green. Back racing for the 3rd time here tonight. It'll be 3 laps to go when we hit the line. If we get to the white flag here tonight, it will be official. Friday night. Everybody on their feet here at Talladega. Everyone viewing the race at home. Get on your feet. Get that popcorn going. Green flag back in the air. Kyler Wynn is going to lead Daniel Falkingham down to the start-finish line. Nathan Harper, Stephen Miles right now, right behind them. Vicente Guerrero, Dylan Alt. Who is it going to be? Who's going to go 3 laps to go? The 82, the 88, outside turn number 2, down the Alabama Gang super stretch. No takers just yet. Here comes Asher Little. Will he jump out? Trevin Ashronoff, he wants to get back to victory lane. Daniel Falkingham, though, controlling the front of this pack. Into the tri-oval we go. The 88 still your leader. Nathan Harper in the Chick-fil-A Ford now getting a great shove by the 14 of Guerrero. Nobody is here goes Baker. Baker now second in on the top lane behind Guerrero as Nathan Harper is able to clear down to the bottom. They're working together tonight. They are now in control of this race. NBG with Daniel Falkingham They got 3 players now in the top 6. With 2 laps to go, if we take the white, it will be official here on Friday night. All these drivers doing a really good job right now, not trying to force the issue too much. We've had a lot of trucks fade just a little bit here farther on back. Nathan Harper now getting a great shove. Ooh, the 7, Stephen Miles. Ooh, the caution is out. The caution is out just before we were to take the white flag. Stephen Miles hard into the outside wall. We'll see it here as we bring in James Warren, race control.
Yeah, hey, that Malik wreck wasn't on him.
No, yeah, there was a net code prior to that, and it looked like the net code just continued. We're trying to rectify that situation.
Yeah.
Let me look at this.
So
right
I'll
here
figure
real
something
quick.
out. Hey Malik, we apologize. After further review, it was a net code it was a blatant net code that turned heel into you, and then you hit him again. But it was caused by net code. Send me $1 less. I'll knock $5 off your next entry. But we apologize for that.
Race review here on the Stephen Miles incident. Stephen Miles hard into the outside retaining wall. You heard
It was
Malik
admin
Ray.
caution.
Heard Malik Ray is going to get his EOL rescinded.
Yeah, James, I like to use that far chase when I review wrecks.
Yeah, I just didn't back it up far enough to see that.
Okay, no problem. No problem. We got to be precise. We're under a mic. But no worries. Remember, if it's at the back of the pack.
Yeah, this one's going to be on the 7. He came right up into the 14. Well, hold on, let me make sure he's not pushed.
Yeah, make sure.
Nah, he's not even on the bumper.
We got to make sure he hit. Or what lap do they normally the lucky dog? Or we got to. Did they already send a lucky dog around?
Yes, one of them. Heath Job
Okay.
is going to be. I'm giving it the other one to Heath Job.
Yeah, give it to Heath Joe.
Okay, the cause of caution on that last one is going to be on the 7. He was getting pushed by the 42. The 42 backed off. 7 went up and hooked himself off the front bumper of the 14.
Oh, because comms were talking.
Did I not go across?
Yeah, I think you did. But someone got, because we clear his flag, but we didn't know. Had comms.
So you heard it there from the race control. That's going to go on the 7 of Stephen Miles. So he's just going to come up the racetrack, hook himself. So the EOL will be assessed to the 7 truck as we are under caution for the 3rd time tonight. Man, we almost got to that green flag. Nathan Harper, Daniel Falkingham wanted to see it. Now we will have our first NASCAR overtime and our first green-white checkered attempt of the night. And that's what we said. Cautions can breed cautions. We almost got there, just a couple 100 feet away. And sometimes that white flag flies before they get to the start-finish line. And that will not allow you to throw a yellow, but they just got it out in time as the pace car will be turning the lights off this time with Nathan Harper in the lead, Daniel Falkingham in 2nd, Kyler Wynn trying to go for that trifecta in 3rd, Dylan Alt 4th, Matthew Baker still digging, trying to get some luck this week to swing his way. Cody Neagles, and it's been a little bit since he's gotten a victory lane. He's currently in 6th. Christopher McCall out of nowhere in the top 10. Vicente Guerrero, Trevin Astronaut, and Asher Little. So all these guys still trying to make some noise. Brian Henning's back into this race as well. Cody Niegels, Kyler Wynn. We talked about them earlier in this race. We'll see how friendly they are here on the racetrack to try to see if they can clear Falkingham and make a path for them to get to the front. We'll see how far Cody will go pushing Kyler Wynn. Matthew Baker has Dylan Alt ahead of him. As Alt in front of him is going to be Nathan Harper. So NBG right now still in control. First, second, and I believe sixth. Quentin Steinbach a little bit farther back. He's maybe going to need another yellow for the C's to part on a wreck to get up there and fight for the victory. Hunter Hastings now getting back involved here on the top from Elkmont, Alabama. But we are set to go back green. It's Nathan Harper, I believe. And yeah, he might be the, I believe he's the leader choosing the top lane here. So the pace car is going to dip down below the yellow line once again. Head down pit lane. It's the first attempt of a green-white checkered. We'll have 3 if we need them. It'll be 2 laps to go when we hit the start-finish line here on Friday night. Super Speedway Kingz dash for cash. Who's going to make this last-minute dash for all the cash? Will it be Falkingham, Harper, or the field? Green flag back out. They're brake checking a little bit farther back. They're going to keep it together. We stay green. Harper now nudges ahead, just ahead of Daniel Falkingham. And it's going to come down to who is going to push the best. Kyler Wynn, Alt, both really good pushers. We'll see what can happen. Baker, the 5. There's a run on the top. Here it comes. They're wrecking out back. They're probably going to go back under yellow here. And there should be a yellow flag. There is a massive wreck out back. Wow, Tyler Vickery right into the wall. They're not going to throw it. And they do throw it. Late caution here. And we will go to NASCAR overtime number 2. And NBG just improving their position. And we'll go to race control review again.
It was supposed to be the that was RC Air. It was supposed to be only at the top 6 red. Oh my god. Fuck.
We're live, raw, and uncut, and we'll get a word from Jimmy Crow and Waring on the call here.
That was a caution that was not supposed to be thrown.
Was it so iRacing or you guys or what happened?
No, it was a mistake on my part.
Okay.
You guys.
Oh, because you guys changed some rules or something, I think.
I
That's
don't know.
completely 1,000% on me.
I'm done with.
Yeah, I'm done.
Well, we'll step aside from that, and it looks like a mistake in the tower by race control. Not supposed, I guess not supposed to be throwing the caution. I was calling for the caution, but I guess they have some new rules in place where they would not throw a caution for a wreck happening farther back there with a couple laps to go. So they're going to put that one on them. We're going to rack them up again here. And we'll see if we can get a word with the team to beat right now. And that is NBG.
Daniel, GWC here.
Hey, Daniel Falkingham, you got a copy, bud?
Hey, how we doing?
Good, man. Well, how are you doing? Hopefully you're keeping those 4 Goodyear tires here on the racetrack tonight. It looks like you might have a really good shot here at the end of this thing. Walk us through here. You got a couple laps to go again here as they're going to rack them up one more time. What's it going to take to get Kyler, to beat Kyler Wynn tonight? He's on quite a roll here. Well, what's it going to take to get you back here in victory lane?
What's going to take is not throwing friggin' cautions when the top 6 isn't wrecking, because last I heard, I thought, like, if the top 6 doesn't wreck, then we'd have no caution. So because we're really tight on fuel. Everyone in the top 10 is really tight on fuel, and that's going to mess us all up if we have another yellow. So right now we're on a hope and a prayer just trying to hang on fuel right now, because like I'm tight, Kyler's tight, Nathan, Dylan, Baker, all of us are really close. So I'm more focused on just getting to that white flag, and then we'll see what happens after the fact. But right now, my whole plan is to just keep this thing in the win, try to bring home a win. If not, just try to finish, because there's been many instances where I haven't been able to finish because I run out of gas. So we're gonna try our best here, but hopefully we can just make it to the white and let us race it out.
Well, save that fuel. We'll let you go, and you got some teammates up there. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thank you, Mike.
You heard it there. That was Daniel Falkingham. His teammates now 2nd and 3rd. Unbelievable run here from NBG. But they are all saving fuel, and we'll see if they can get to the finish. Not happy with that caution being thrown. And, man, this changed everything, and when we got that caution, I knew it was going to happen as everyone starts to get a little bit more aggressive. But we are in for a treat. This will be the 2nd green-white checker of 3 if we need them. And he is very animated. Daniel Falkingham is a very passionate driver trying to get back to victory lane. Has had some bad luck of late. And I'm sure he's eager to get back to victory lane. So we will rack them up. Maybe one more time. Hopefully one more time. Daniel Falkingham is going to bring us to the green flag again. His teammate, Nathan Harper, the 16 on the outside. Matthew Baker he's going to be in 5th. So Baker's actually 5th. It's Kyler Wynn that's in 3rd. Dylan Alt in 4th. Baker in 5th. As the pace car is going to dive off. One more time. This is the 2nd NASCAR overtime. Falkingham and Harper are going to lead them to green. Here in the Trioval, everybody on their feet. Back to the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Side by side into turn number 1. 2 by 2 all the way through this field. Just 2 laps to go. If we get that white flag, it will be official. Nobody even trying to go 3 wide just yet. A little bit too soon. Matthew Patton in the top 10. Oh no, they are going to wreck and wad him up here in the front. It's Nathan Harper, Dylan Alt. Caution out. And caution is out, and we will go to our 3rd and final green-white checker.
Bad.
Yep, 42 got into the 16 rear and turned him.
Race it out. Sorry, James. I'm not mad at you, brother. I got.
Oh, no, nobody's more mad at me than myself because
Oh
I'm.
no, no worries, brother. I make mistakes all the time. No worries. Got a backlash.
Because of that caution is going to be on the 42. 42 got into the rear of the 16 and turned him right into the 39, and then it just caused a chain reaction.
Big implications here. Your leaders all pitting, and man, unbelievable bad luck for Falkingham, Wynn, Baker, Vicente Guerrero. Oh my God, and just heartbreak for some of these trucks here as we head to the third and final green-white checkered. They held out as long as they possibly could. Dylan hauled in as well, and it might not be their night. We'll see, though, how many trucks were able to stay out. Falkingham, Baker, Wynn, and Little, Vicente Guerrero, Christopher McCullough, Dylan Jones. I'm not sure what Daniel Falkingham is doing. He's right there trying to refire. And all the way up front, Malik Ray out of absolutely nowhere. Steven Miles coming back using a fast repair and getting an EOL. He's in second. Matt Patton, he has enough fuel to get to the end in third. Heath Job in fourth. Brian Hennings in fifth. This is the leaderboard I love to see. Man, it'd be great to get some of these guys up here in either victory lane or in the top 5 and on the podium. We'll see what they have for the leaders. Malik Ray and Steven Miles tend to work together here and there. Now, they're going to be first and second, so they're going to be side by side, but they'll be able to control and pace the field. And what moves are Matt Patton, Heath Job going to make? Guys that are just jonesing to get to victory lane or get into one of those cash spots. Brian Hennings, Hunter Hastings. I mean, the list goes on. Cody Neagle's back in this run. I mean, wow, this is just flipped upside down all around. Matthew Baker is being scored in 11th. So those guys that had a pit out of the lead and go back to 10th and 11th on back. So that's going to be hard for them to make up that ground because we get another caution. I believe they're just racing it out. So I believe they will be racing this one out. Matt Patton, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, Matt Patton in third place in the 3 at Talladega. Can't script it any better than this. You're going to be going green next time by with one more green-white checkered. What's it going to take out of Matt Patton tonight to get the job done and back into victory lane?
Well, I hope I saved enough fuel. So we'll see. We'll see how this green-white checker plays out. I'm hoping I can push Malik. So we'll see how much he has, see how much I have, see how it plays out. You know.
Brian Hennings in here as well in the 74. You got back up here to the front. You have any shot here to win here tonight?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm in the same boat. I think I might have just enough fuel. We'll see how it plays out.
Well, guys, good luck the rest of the way. You got Nick Seipel as well. Hopefully you have an interview with one of you guys shortly. Good luck here.
Hope so too. Thanks.
You heard it there from Matt Patton and Brian Hennings. And man, this race turned upside down and all around when we got a late race yellow from a pack that was not even battling for the lead. And some shenanigans on the racetrack that forced the yellow to be thrown and bunched the field back up. And then caution after caution to get now to the third overtime here. And we were just so close to a one caution race here. But now we're at where we're at. And you got some players up here that are thirsty, hungry to get to victory lane. Who is it going to be? Is Malik Ray going to get back to victory lane here? He's got the advantage. He's got the experience, as does Steven Miles. But they have a rear view mirror full of guys much hungrier than they are. Who's going to get it done? Malik Ray, the 24, the 7 of Steven Miles, side by side to the Geico restart zone. And we are back green for the last time here tonight. It's NASCAR overtime, number 3. As Malik Ray is going to inch ahead here of Steven Miles. A great shove by the 3 of Matt Patton. They are pushing deep right through this field. If you see them wrecking, don't worry. We're going to stay green and go all the way to the end. We are going to crown a winner one way or another. Matt Patton is as clear. Will he take it? He was clear, now is not. Steven Miles now coming back here on the outside with Heath Job. Malik Ray, though, still in the driver's seat. Ooh, Matt Patton's going to drift up the racetrack. He's getting loose. He's door banging with the 7. He's going to have to come back down the racetrack. Matt Patton. Oh, and Matt Patton's going to turn right up the racetrack into Steven Miles. They're flipping and sliding through the grass. It's a 2-car breakaway. They are all wrecked. The entire field is wrecking behind. Everybody wrecking. Everybody scattered. Malik Ray. Brian Hennings, 2-truck breakaway. Back to Trevin Ashburnoff and Hunter Hastings, Kyler Wynn, and Dylan Jones. But up front, it's these two, the 24 and the 74. The 74 looking for an SSK win. He's got an eNASCAR Coke Series Pro in front of him. It's going to be hard to get around him and suck up around this 24. Can Brian Hennings do it? His heart's got to be beating fast here. Malik Ray watching that rear view mirror to throw the blocks. Here goes Hennings to the top. He's going to get blocked. He's going to go to the bottom. Hennings has his rear, or his left rear. They are side by side through the tri-oval. Brian Hennings is going to drift up the track. Brian Hennings to the line. Malik Ray, your winner here at Talladega. Unbelievable photo finish. Malik Ray just beats Brian Hennings, and I know Hennings, and he is a competitor, and man, I'll tell you what, second is great, the money is great, but you want to win, and Brian Hennings, I'm gutted. He made the move, maybe made it a slightly too early. Malik Ray comes back with the side draft, and man, just beats him to the line. Malik Ray, your winner here tonight. And I'll tell you what, that last couple laps made up for some of those late race cautions. But Malik Ray, Brian Hennings, Trevin Ashburnoff, your top 3. Unbelievable finish. And we'll go back to that one. To that checkered flag here. And here they are. You're going to see them racing this out again. Man, I thought Hennings had him. He had that move. And there's the move from Hennings. And there they are, side by side. We're going to slow it down at the line. Here they come, and you see Malik Ray. They're going to come right through here. And there it is, Malik Ray. Your winner here tonight. We'll try to get a word with our top 3. Appreciate everyone sticking through this one and the cautions there at the end. But Trevin Ashburnoff in the booth. We're going to bring him on up. Trevin Ashburnoff, you got a copy, bud?
Hell
oh my God, that just played on the broadcast. This guy's got a nice little entryway into the Discord channel. So apologize to any viewers hearing that, but I'm laughing because why would I not be? But I'll tell you what. You're not laughing. You're smiling because somehow, some way, you broke all that bad luck you've had lately, and somehow with all the chaos there and I'll tell you what, that race was over at one point. A late race caution gets to the end, and all those green-white checkers, you have a lot of those leaders pitting. Man, walk us through how the heck did you finish in third here tonight?
Man, my enormous fuel strategy game is on point right now because they love to wreck. For whatever reason, they love to wreck. And they were pretty short on fuel on the last caution. So all we had to do was hope and pray that they were going to wreck again. And what do you know? Happens every time. And I had pitted the caution before, got some track position. And I was just, Baker came over to comms. He said, don't lift. I said, all right. So I didn't lift. And whatever happened up there in the front is whatever happened. And I got knocked off track and I saved it. And boy, oh boy, I'll take a third. After tonight, I will take a third from running 20, 30, I don't know, wherever the hell I was, like 50 laps ago. I'll take a third place. That was great. That had to be great entertainment on TV.
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, it's crazy. Those leaders, unfortunate for them, heartbreak for them, have to pit, but it cycles up guys that are hungry. Heath Job, you saw Matt Patton, unfortunately, causing a wreck there on that second to last lap, but Hunter Hastings right behind you. He gets a cash spot. I mean, Brian Hennings had a shot at the win. He almost won the race. I mean, it's great to see some guys up there, battling for those spots, getting those positions. But what a wild race here, as it seemed like it was going to be calm. You guys were almost just riding around like last night and just getting to the end with one caution. But, that caution comes out. Looks like some drivers getting a little frisky there in the second or third pack to bring out that caution. And, when it binds you all back together, it just seems like those cautions are going to breed those cautions there. But it was one point you guys almost got to the white flag, and a caution had flown just before it. But, hey, man, you got through the chaos tonight. Devin Ray in the chat, let's go Jack Shack, baby. The Jack Shack, I'd say it's rocking, but not as rocking as it would have been if you got to victory lane. But hopefully you can get that 89 machine back to victory lane and get that shack back to what – we know that it is. But, Trev, you got third place. You got some good money here tonight. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank or shout out?
Yeah, man, got to thank the Jack Shack, of course. We weren't rocking the night like you said, but it's more of like the motion of the ocean, if you know what I'm talking about. We're just out here, man, having a good time. SSK, got to thank Jimmy. We know Jimmy. What, boy? Jimmy he was good tonight. He was good to us tonight. We had long green flag runs. And a couple cautions to the end. Can't be mad at it. Super Speedway racing at its best. I got to thank you for the broadcast, man. I know it's tough. And by yourself, I don't even know if you're by yourself. I got to go back and watch it. But appreciate you. Appreciate Jimmy. The Jack Shack, of course. Brian Hennings should have put Malik into the wall, but I love them both. So either which way, good finish, great racing. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Thank you. Go celebrate. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
That was your third place finisher, Trevin Ashford. Now we are going to bring up the runner-up here tonight, Brian Hennings. You got a copy.
What's going on, boss man?
Oh, man, I think
That was a doozy.
I said it on the broadcast. We come here to win, and
Right.
yeah, second place, third place. You and I know for sure we've been there. But, we want that top spot, and a lot of times it's not about that money. You made what looked like to be the race-winning move on an eNASCAR Coke Series driver. Watching it back right now, you make that move, he blocks, you go underneath, you're side-by-side. Man, what'd you think? Was it slightly too early? Like, what's going through your head now that you got to watch it back? And was there anything at all you could have done differently to stop him from just inching ahead of you right before the start-finish line?
Well, I mean, looking back at it, I mean, like everyone else says, I could have put in the wall, or I don't know, I could have banged doors with him a little bit. I mean, it's just like you said, man. I wanted to win, dude. I want to win one of these races so bad, and Malik's giving me a hard time. I gave up the pusher bonus. I don't care. It's not about the money, man. I want to win one of these races. So I don't know what else I could have done there other than put him in the wall.
Man, he's giving you a hard time. Hey, we come to win, and he would want to win too. So I
Yeah.
don't believe in
I
that.
just- I just give up the pusher bonus. That's all. And I don't run a lot of these SSKs, and I forgot all about it. It wasn't my mentality. I wanted to win, and what would have been better than beating Malik at the line? That would have been something I'd savor for a long time. But yeah, I'll take a P2.
Hey man, I'll tell you what. You put yourself in these situations so often. We're looking at your car right now, the Roughneck Racing VRX PGR. You got a great paint scheme. You always do. It's always very colorful, great paint schemes. You come from a good group of people. We're happy to have you here in the money racing community. and, really respectful, good driver, always up front. You got a win or two in the past, they're going to come, but nonetheless, man, it's a second-place finish in a star-studded field. Before we let you go, though, anyone you want to thank or shout out?
Oh yeah, Jimmy, for dealing with all of us. You guys for putting on the broadcast. Definitely going to go back and watch this one. Any of my other PGR teammates, Nick was in there, Matt Pat was helping with us tonight, and all my other VRX teammates and any family and friends that might be watching. What's up, Paul? What's up, Matt? And my wife and daughter, love them both.
All right, we'll let you go celebrate that P2 finish. Congrats on a great night.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
That was your runner-up finisher, Brian Henningsen. But we're going to bring the man of the hour up to the top. It's NASCAR Coke Series driver, Malik Ray. You got a copy.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, not better than you, man. It's fun doing these broadcasts. You make a couple bucks, but not as much as you did tonight, man. Walk us through the last lap. You're getting pushed by a guy hungry to get to victory lane. He makes a move. We're watching it back on the broadcast right now. Makes a move. You block it. He goes underneath. He's got you right there. He maybe makes it a little too early. You drag race in there. He races you clean. That's very nice to see. But, man, you're able to somehow get your nose pointed right in front of his at the start-finish line. Walk us through it.
Yeah, I thought that he had won the race because he made his move and he had such a big lead, but I was able to just side draft him, and I just barely got him back just before the line. It was really clean between, like me and Brian. Me and him always race each other pretty clean. We don't have any any issues with each other or anything like that. So I was happy that it was just a nice clean race to the end. I made one block. He went low. After that, I was like, it is what it is at this point. So.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm going to go on a limb here and possibly say this was your first SSK win. Not sure, but if it wasn't, my apologies. Man, star-studded fields here every Friday night. Looked like you guys were going to have one caution here tonight, but, for you, it benefited you, that late race caution, and, we started getting some more there to, go to these NASCAR overtimes. Those leaders, had a pit, which really changed everything. Heading into that third green-white checkered, it looked like you had to overcome some adversity early in the race. Walk us through that and, just kind of sometimes how a little bit of luck as well plays into these.
Yeah, man. That was a lot of luck right there. I mean, everything just played my way at the end of the race. Because I don't know, man. It just worked out for me. So I appreciate it, I guess.
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, Friday night, you get it done in victory lane here at Talladega Superspeedway. You can see Malik Ray race every other Tuesday night live on the NASCAR Coke Series races. We're cheering for him all year long. But before we let you go, Malik, anyone you want to thank and or shout out tonight?
Shout out to Jimmy Crow for putting on the whole session, and Matthew Patton. Yeah, he won me the race out of 3 and 4, so I appreciate him a lot. Thank you.
Yes, he did. Well, Malik, go enjoy that win here tonight. We'll see you over in victory lane. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was Malik Ray, and he gets the job done here tonight. We're going to bring up your official race results. Malik Ray, your winner. Brian Henning, second, and Trevin Ashronoff, third here tonight. So that is your podium. Hunter Hastings, great run for that Roughneck Racing driver. Him and Chris Melton working really good together in this race. He will finish in fourth. Kyler wins, not going to get the trifecta this week. He will finish in fifth. Dylan Jones, sixth. Dylan Alt in seventh. Vincente Guerrero in eighth. Nick Seipel in ninth. And Sterling Thies in 10th. Daniel Falkingham's going to lead a group of drivers with Nathan Harper, Matthew Baker, and others with some bad luck having to take that late pit stop. Nathan Harper in 12th, Jared Haynes 13th. Jacob Wilkerson overcame a blown motor, gets the fast repair. He finishes in 14th. Tyler Vickery, an up and down night, in 17th. Christopher McCullough in 18th. In 19th, Christopher Carter. 20th, Matthew Baker. In 21st position, Stephen Miles. James Wagoner finishes 22nd. Josh McCullough in 23rd. Matthew Patton, I'll tell you what, I believe he might have caused that wreck there coming before the white flag. He had a shot at that, and he Made a move, did not work out. He finishes in 24th. Heath Joe, man, I thought he was going to cash spot tonight. Bad luck for him. Got caught up in that wreck, 25th. Cody Neagles, man, he was back and forth all night, 26th. Danny Barnes in 27th. And Alex Hill in 28th. Dusty Burkhart, we saw him spin a couple times here tonight. Finishes in 29th. Joey Galati in 30th. Chris Melton in 31st tonight. And Jeff Merck in 32nd. Sean Corbett, 33rd. Matt Lee for for NBG in 34th. JT Borsos, we'll see him back on the track as he tries to get used to the super speedway racing. We'll try to get him on the PGR Light Series. He finishes in 35th. Mark Vondell in 36th here tonight. Ron Morris Jr., 37th. Jack Long III, 38th. Benjamin Elliott in 39th. Sean Futrell in 40th. Jordan Tasby in 41st. And rounding out your field here tonight, maybe did not make the grid, Carl Burke. So that's your leaderboard here, or the race results here. Malik Ray, your winner here tonight. And he is over in victory lane celebrating that big, big win. A great race here with Brian Hennings to the line. Appreciate y'all in the chat here tonight. We're going to see you guys again tomorrow night for SSK. And Monday night, it's possible we start the PGR Light Series. Remains to be seen. If not, we'll be racing nonetheless. We appreciate y'all joining us here tonight on the PGR eSports Network. For myself, Michael Triscaro, I am out of here. Enjoy your weekend. That was fucking stupid. All those cautions. Jesus Christ. That's what I heard. Who caused the one that, like, fucked everything up, though, in the main race? Okay. Yeah, he had a good run.